Hello and welcome back to God of Weapons, the backpack hero meets Brotato survivor game. I have played a little bit. Last time we played this game, we were talking about how maybe I'll like this game, maybe it's going to be nice, and just based on the number of characters here and the number of unlocks that I've gotten, you might say that I've played a little bit. But I did want to start recording it again because I think there's a lot of really cool stuff that I haven't seen other people do that I'd like to do. So tonight we're going to do the Knight, and we're going to do Eldritch Knight, which basically they get more magic power for every enchanted weapon and then more melee power for every non-enchanted weapon. So they kind of want like a combination between enchanted and non-enchanted weapons depending on what you're doing. I actually think that those stats should be switched so that you get melee power for enchanted and magic power for non-enchanted, because as it stands, I can make this character and just put a whole bunch of enchanted weapons in my inventory and never mess with the melee power, and it would probably be very good. Which is what we're going to do. That's why I'm suggesting this, is because we're going to take the Thunder Spear, and we want to get 25 magic power and 25 melee power to unlock the unique item. So that's going to be one of our goals. And we do have all of the Calamity settings unlocked, but just listen to me for a moment. So I have beaten the boss. There's this boss named Zor that shows up. I have beaten him on Calamity 2, which is whenever he first shows up. And then I have survived Calamity 3, and I've survived Calamity 4, and I've almost survived the Calamity 5 run, but I've never beaten Zor on Calamity 3 or 4 or 5. It's always that, like, I can't actually kill him at the end of the run, I just survive. So, we're going to do something slightly different. Despite the fact that I could play on Calamity 5, and I have beaten a couple Calamity 3 runs, I don't feel like I have won yet, because I haven't defeated Zor, the Overlord, at the end. So we're going to try and that's one of our goals, is we're going to try and beat Zor on each Calamity setting before going up to the next one. And why did I do something wrong? It didn't take my spear. I want my spear. Eldritch Knight. Spear. Calamity 3. There we go. Lightning Spear. Okay, so we have... So one of our goals is to get... I think it was 25 and 25 of magic and melee. So that's actually a pretty big goal. That's high enough of a goal... That's a high enough of a goal that we might not do anything else in here. 25 vitality, 25 magic power. I could also go for 25 vitality at the same time, but that sounds really hard. Yeah, I don't think there's much else that we can go for other than 25 and 25. And the whip. Ooh. I've actually never used the spear before, so this is the first time seeing it. It looks pretty nice. It has very long range, and that long range is actually kind of getting me in trouble a little bit. The other thing that I kind of like to do is I like to not just focus on a character, but I like to focus on one particular, like, itemization idea of a character. So the itemization idea for this character is magic and melee power and lightning. We don't need more range. Jesus, we almost need less range. I don't know what the banner here does. I've actually never played the Weapon Master. +3 armor, adjacent weapons give armor, and adjacent armor items give melee power. Ooh. So we might want a little bit of armor, too. So this scales... Oh, despite being enchanted, this scales entirely off of melee. Attacks cause lightning to strike nearby enemies, applying shock. I wonder if the lightning does... magic damage. So we'll start with... Because this scales off of melee, we'll start with melee power. As like... Okay, we are going to actually want this movement speed. And this crate color. Because a lot of armor kills your movement speed. So we're going to want some movement speed Because if we get negative movement speed, there are enemies in this game that are just faster than you, and they will just sit there and they will just run into you over and over and over. And I'm not even like talking about like bumping into you. No, they will literally bowl you over and stand on top of you, doing constant damage to you if you're slower than them. And the only way to get away from it is by killing them, and that's obviously, understandably, not always an option. Maybe I do more spears as like a thing. Because if I add that, it's a non-enchanted weapon. Yeah, let's do it. Because it's a non-enchanted weapon, so it'll add magic power. Right? Oh, no, that's right. Because the character works weird. It adds melee power. That doesn't make a lot of sense. But that's okay. If I move this down and this down, then I can add this into here. We want more crates. More crates is good. Okay, so we need enchanted weapons. I also kind of want more of these lightning spears, if possible. It says that it applies shock, but this game doesn't really explain what most of the status effects do. So kind of have to guess on that. I actually recently ran like a pure status effect build, and for the majority of the run, I didn't know what a lot of the things that I was doing were doing. And it was kind of hard to tell whether it was being effective or not. It's actually something I want to run again sometime soon. There's a character called the Warlock who has a unique status effect that they apply. And I have a really interesting build idea for them. But that'll be for next or soon. Is there any way I don't think I can rearrange this to be able to fit that in. We do want some recovery, at least just for now. If we get this, this will get us more melee power. We can go ahead and save that for the future. We definitely need to get more enchanted and magic items. I'm kind of worried that like this game maybe has a tag system. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes if it does or not, but it maybe has a tag system like Potato, where whenever you have items, you get tagged for similar items. Do we have positive speed? We do. Okay. I was a little worried because those zombies, if you have 0 speed, are one of those enemies that like they can just sit on top of you, and it gets really rough. But you can kind of get tagged for things, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but sometimes it seems like you're getting tagged for things, and it means that whenever you have items, the shop will try and sell you similar items. But at the same time, I'm also not sure if that's actually happening. It's not as straightforwardly obvious as it was in Potato, for example. Go ahead and grab a little bit more melee power. We're up to 21. Actually, this will be pretty easy. There we go. 25 melee power. So now we're looking for magic power. And once we get 25 and 25 and we unlock the achievement, we'll just go for a strong run from that point on. And keep within our build. But I do want to get the achievement as quickly as possible, just so that I don't have to worry about it and I can make decisions based off of what I think is good and not based off of what I think I need for the achievement. But I do like doing one challenge per run. There is a lot of challenges to be done. I kind of like to do more than one challenge per run, ideally. But, you know, we do what we can. I do think that this build has the range, because that's actually a bit of a problem, the range to defeat Zor. There's an armor item. Is there a way that I could... Yeah, I can do this. If I do that, and then that, it benefits all of those things. So I actually just got a whole bunch of melee power. Very nice. I need magic power now. I don't really think that at this rarity tier I'm going to find anything that gives me magic power. We could take the electric wand. It is lightning. There we go. We're going to upgrade our lightning spear. If it'll let me. There it goes. Sometimes the buttons can be a little finicky in this game. Like being able to press certain things. And there's some magic power. Okay. I just wanted to roll until I could find what I wanted, so that after we level up, we know what we're buying. I'm not sure if the shop scales like Brotato's shop does with like costs or something like that. I haven't really noticed the cost scaling. I actually think that this game is like far more generous, I would say is the word I would use, than Brotato as far as like how much you can re-roll at the shop. It doesn't seem like, I mean, the re-rolling scales really fast. Like the first re-roll is like 6, and then it gets up into the hundreds very, very quickly. But I've been able to re-roll the shop dozens of times every time I go back, and then also buy an item. So it is very generous on what you can do there. We kind of need to make space for future weapons. Just kind of thinking through here that I could have gotten rid of some armor and then put that electric wand in there. But I don't think I need to do that yet. Ooh, here we go. Enchanted weapon. That might be something to grab as well. We just need more space now. Realistically speaking, ooh. So what this does is it puts it sets your HP to 50% max, by the way, which by the way right now would actually heal me because I'm below half, and then you also gain a revival. I actually think that this should always reduce your current HP by half, because I've used this as a heal on top of getting revived before, which is kind of funny because I felt like that was supposed to be a negative of setting your HP to half, but it kind of doesn't always work out that way. Okay, so this is the point where having low speed can start getting me killed. These little guys are going to actually legitimately be faster than me at this point. And we don't actually... Yeah, we have like 5 recovery. We don't really have a way of healing yet. We could just kind of go the barrel route of just like having a ton of barrels. And we might still. It is cheaper to do the barrel route than it is to do like recovery, because it takes less barrel collars than it does some other stuff to get to the point where you can make that pretty good. I think I might sacrifice some armor because I have enough melee power. And can I fit this in? I can. I just have to do... I have to just do a little bit of finagling here. Let's go ahead and buy it for now, and then we'll finagle afterwards. Is it possible to fit in? I'm starting to doubt myself here. It is possible. Okay. I've gotten very good at the item Tetris. Let's see. I'm just going to reroll a couple times super fast. That would not be a bad item to get. The magic staff is more lightning bolts than laser beams. Sorry, laser beams and lightning bolts. And we definitely want the scroll of mastery. Is there anything I can give up? No, because the dust spinner is what's keeping us above negative speed. I would strongly suggest, unless you already have a very strong build going, like with a lot of damage or a lot of attack speed or a lot of healing, don't go negative speed. It is scary as all get out to be in negative speed. Every time I've gone into negative speed by accident, it has become an issue of like needle thin edge of the line survival every single match. Speed isn't necessarily like a defensive strat to have a lot of it, because you still need to be able to kill things, but having no speed is terrifyingly bad. And it's not hard to stay positive. I'm not saying like get 50 speed with every character. Just stay above 0 if you can. I really need some experience. I'm going to go ahead and buy this. It doesn't even hurt me that much, and it gives me a revive. And then we're going to buy this and that, because that is just generally good for us. Ooh, that's actually fantastic. That's 3 magic, 3 melee. And this reduces move speed, so we're just going to buy that instead. And then we're going to immediately put it outside and buy this as well. So this is, whenever consumed, you increase your inventory space by 3, but 2 elites appear. I am insane, and I take those every single time I get the chance. Reroll one more time because we have the ability to, and we'll leave it there for now. I might not take the Prism Blade, to be honest. Yeah, screw those pots. Just the randomly attacking the pots at the beginning of matches kind of gets me sometimes. Yeah, do you see I'm already kind of in the crapper here. I might not survive, and it won't even be because of the elites. It'll be because of these little guys who, like, do you see that guy sitting on my butt? I was sitting there spamming the dodge, waiting for it to come off of cooldown, and they can kind of just sit on top of you because they're faster than you, and they do contact damage. So you are going to take a ton of damage from... Yep. You might need, like, 5 speed to get this going. We're just trying to run it back super fast because that was only about 15 minutes. And I already know that this game's going to run a little long, so I'm not editing it as much. I'm not spending as much time on it as some other things. So I am going to... plus, I just feel like playing right now. I am going to continue recording, and we will try one more time. If we die again, then we're probably going to call it on this one for now, and we might try this build again later. And then next episode, we are going to do a cool thing that I want to try with Warlock. I think we need more than just spears. I also think we need healing a lot sooner in my life. We will save these two things. And we'll kind of just go back and forth between melee weapons and enchanted weapons. Yeah, so the main attack of this thing only does like 9 damage? No, it does 19. Okay. It's hard to tell what kind of damage it's doing because I see 9s coming off. So is the 9 the lightning then? I think the 9 might be the lightning. It's also funny whenever the spear misses an inanimate, not moving object. An inanimate stationary object of a barrel, and it misses. It's like, come on, bro. Yeah, so I don't even really have to worry about melee power too much, but the Tattered Banner is trying to kind of get me there. I think I more have to worry about experience, magic power, and survival. Plus, the sword here is actually going to be applying some status effects for me, which is going to be nice. Because if it applies freeze, which it has a chance of doing, then freeze is very good. Let's just say that. If you freeze an enemy multiple times, it kind of like stacks up, and you can in fact freeze even elites. I don't know about bosses, I haven't tried it on Zor, but even elites, you can freeze them completely solid to the point where they don't get the ability to act anymore. That was a lot of level ups, that was really nice. Again, we're going to take movement speed. Movement speed and the lack thereof legitimately killed us last match. Now, mind you, if we had more damage and we had more weapons, that might have helped as well. That's an enchanted weapon, right? It is. Now, I kind of want to keep to the Mage Blade thing of, like, only taking things... We're going to take a little bit more recovery at the beginning. Only taking things that are, like, magic weapons, as it were. Can I reorganize this in such a way that I can get these two slots next to each other? This one might not be possible. I don't think it is. Sliding block puzzle, go! Yeah, I don't think it's possible. Oh! Oh! Did I get it? I did! Jeez, Sometimes this game. Sometimes. Having the bonus experience is very good, though. Because bonus experience early game is, I mean, I guess this is true for most games, but like having bonus experience is just you get more powerful really fast. And the loss of resource gain, because again how nice the game is about resources, I don't think the loss of resource gain is actually enough of a punishment for the bonus experience. I kind of want that, but we're going to not get it for now. I want to also be able to one-shot things. Weirdly enough, I think I'm going to go ahead and sell that for more experience gain. So we're at 24% experience gain now. And we got a decent amount of recovery. I'd like to get up to like 15 to 20 recovery, maybe. We'll go with the recovery route instead of going the crate route, because I think I will also be grabbing some armor at some point. I think my spear just tried to attack that projectile, which is weird if it did, because it can't hurt the projectiles. It's either that or it was aiming for something else and just missed. At some point, I also want to do a run with Thief where I just have like an absolutely shit ton of crates and I have like no two of the same weapon. I think that would be kind of a fun thing to do because Thief can kind of synergize off of that. There's 4 level ups. That's pretty nice. More recovery wouldn't be terrible, but let's keep going. It might be time. Can I get enough spaces? I can't. That's just a little bit too long. Yeah, because I only have 1 space available. Even if I put it right there. So I essentially have 4 spaces. Oh, come on. Just give me something that I would like. We might not buy anything this time. We can buy the armor. That also gave us melee power as well, because the shields, they actually count as armor items, even though they don't give you the armor stat. That's another thing that I would very much like to see in this game, and I've kind of learned them by example at this point, but some better tooltips would be nice. A lot of times, whenever you look at a weapon, it'll tell you that it gives you 100% of a symbol in its damage, but whenever I first saw the magic symbol, I didn't realize it was the magic symbol, and it took me a little while to actually realize that the magic symbol was, in fact, magic power. So, like, just having those symbols having the symbol for everything. So this one, I can't show you right now because it wants me to level up. So this one says, uses stat 100% and then a symbol, right? If you just had that symbol up here by magic power, then it would be really straightforward, right? And like this one says 100% of slash, but it's not up there. And they're copying from Brotato, which is, again, is fine. Brotato's a good game. Feel free to copy from them, guys. But like in Brotato, they have those symbols up there so you can easily recognize that that's what they're referring. I need another weapon. I don't know why I bought those gloves. Because they're good. That's why I bought them. Barring another weapon... Is this enchanted? Ah, it's not. That would have been really nice if that ceremonial dagger was enchanted. Enchanted rapier, yes. Spawns some orbs of lightning on hits. Okay. We can do this. So if we do that, then we buy the rapier. What's more valuable for us right now? I think the recovery is more valuable. Yeah. Hate to sell you, man, but The lightning's not too bad either. I think shock. Yeah, I'm watching it happen every once in a while now. I think shock does stun. So far, the two status effects that are not damage status effects do the same thing. Ice slows things down and then eventually freezes them in place, and lightning stuns things. That's not super interesting, but it's also not the worst. They do also have fire, which does damage over time, obviously. And there's another status effect that's unique to one of the characters, which does percent HP based off of like half of your magic power. And I mean, that's just interesting. It's just like interesting by itself. Is that another enchanted rapier? It is another enchanted rapier. So that'd give me more melee power. I don't think I can fit it though. I think I'm gonna skip it for now. Yep. The red cubes are just really good. The negative vitality is, oh yeah, that's right. Ruby staff. The negative vitality, I'm gonna finish my sentence first. The negative vitality is very much worth the recovery and lifesteal almost every single time, unless you're like below 30 vitality. So Ruby staff is, I've seen this a couple times. Adjacent melee weapons gain +1 damage for each magic power. And it's a tier 3. We definitely want this, and we could probably get it within the next run. We're going to save a little bit of money at the shop here. You see what I mean? I'm re-rolling dozens of times and still being able to afford to buy things. The biggest thing is actually just like leveling, and the scrolls saying that you get negative resources is just, I mean, almost completely unimpactful, the negative resources. I think that the balance is perfectly fine in the lower difficulties, and then maybe there should be less resource gain on the higher difficulties. Because, like I said, I haven't actually had any problems winning, per se. My only problems has been that, like, I'm trying to build builds that will kill Zor, and being able to kill him is a lot harder than just being able to survive to rank 20 and win a run. Okay, so that is that shape. So I can actually fit it right now. I just need a place for this. Yeah, I can fit it right now. There we go. It's like, I want those slots over there. So we can move this over here. And then we can put that there. And if I edit anything in this video, it's probably going to be this right here, unless I manage to get it in my first try. But we want to manage to get everything touching. Yes! Wow! Whew! I'm getting better at this. I just managed to get everything touching that in one try. And I got another sword, too. I left out the lifestone. Shit. Can I afford to not have this? Yeah, it's fine. We also, I mean, technically this is just a better version of the same thing. It really is. Like, sure, I have negative luck now, but you actually just get better quality items over time. Like, you'll always notice that your last 3 or 4 floors are going to be like a lot of tier 3s and tier 4s. Ooh, I actually really liked the staff too. That's a really cool, like, dark, meaty laser beam. I kind of forgot that it was going to be a weapon that also does a thing. Okay, so now we definitely want more magic power. We want a lot more magic power, because magic power is going to be, like, quite effective. Yeah, I think this character is actually a proper take at a hybrid. I do still feel like my original comment is something that I still believe, though, is that the magic power, or magic weapons should give melee, and melee weapons should give magic, to kind of encourage you to go, oop, I just punched my mic, encourage you to go back and forth. As it stands, though, there's nothing wrong with the character. I think they seem good. What's the shape of this? It's big and ugly and gross. Armor. So this would be +2 armor. Okay. We're going to hold on to that. But we're going to move on for magic power. I think the shadow mushrooms are actually just better for us. Don't want that. We might want another ruby staff, but maybe not right now. I kind of want more experience, to be honest. Like, look at this. I still have a ton of resources. Okay, so what we can do is we can put this over there, put that over there, put that back in, and then put that right there. And that also just gave us more melee power, right? Yeah, gave us 4 more melee power? Is that right? +3 melee power, but then... Why is it giving me 4? That's weird. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's giving me 4. I know that this killed me last time. Well, I died on the floor I got it, but it did not kill me. The reason I say that it didn't kill me is because the reason I died was entirely to do with my movement speed and not to do with that. Okay. Yeah, so that one gave me 4 as well. I wonder if the tooltip's just broken. I think each adjacent armor gives +4 melee power, not actually +3. I mean, I'll take it. It's +1 extra, but the tooltip's wrong. Either that or something else is going on that I'm just not recognizing. Do I actually have lifesteal? I have lifesteal now. I did not notice that I ended up positive lifesteal. Ooh, that is actually really... I had a moment of not being sure if that was good news or bad news. That is good news, having... Oh, shoot. I just realized that I summoned 2 elites on floor 10. So I have 3 elites on the screen right now. I was going to focus on killing the elites, because they give me stuff that I can use for unlocks, but now I think I'm going to focus on running the hell away. I could die very quickly against 3 elites. I think I just killed one? Question mark? No, I didn't. I know this is asking for a lot, but I also had to use like 1 different song. For like, okay, yeah. We didn't kill any of the elites, but that's okay. That was very dangerous. Depending on what spawned on that map, that could have been very bad for us. I'm kind of liking our weapons as they are right now. I am considering just pouring into magic power and melee power now. Wait, what's happening there? Yeah, I'm getting +1. Maybe I don't understand that. Oh, I wonder if this is messing with it. No, it says weapons. Well, that's a weapon. Yeah, so if I put it there, it's giving me +1 no matter what. Huh. That's why. Okay. Maybe the tooltip's not broken. Tempting. I don't really need that much shield, though. I need more magic power. I definitely need more magic power, and I don't really want to be losing a ton of attack speed for it. Move speed and... yeah, I think we sell this for that, to be honest. Wait, why can't... Oh, it's one taller. That's fine. We can handle that. I think. I think there's a way. When there is a will, there is a way. There we go. The enemy amount shouldn't be that much of a problem. Plus, with all of the bonus experience, enemy amount is kind of beneficial. As long as it doesn't get too crazy. Like, what are we at? It doesn't tell me. Those are the kinds of items that I will often sell those on Wave 19. because there's already just an absolutely crazy amount of enemies on wave 20 anyways. So there's no point in getting a whole bunch of experience gain. Although that one does give me a bonus movement speed too, so maybe I don't sell this one. Once I figured out how to use the bombs, I've actually become quite a fan of getting bombs and barrels. They do a lot of damage. That's a pretty good floor. For all the bonus experience, I got quite a lot out of that. Let's see. I don't really have a goal in mind with my slots right now, so I'm just trying to kind of focus on adding another row, because that'll be enough room for pretty much anything I want. Yeah, there we go. And just in time, another Thunder Spear. I don't have any projectiles, but Masterwork Arrow Piece, if you are ever doing a projectile build, is just kind of like absolutely freaking stellar. We'll go ahead and grab that. We're up to 19 magic power. We don't really need the range. Yeah, let's go ahead with this for now. We're at floor 12, so unless we die like right now, we're definitely going to be getting this achievement. There's one of our elites. If you get near those projectiles, they will start to home in on you, but if you stay away from them, then they kind of just go forward and they don't home. Which is good, because it's a lot easier to deal with than the Succubus elite that shoots projectiles at you, because her projectiles are like crazy freaking homing missile, magic missile projectiles that's like are incredibly hard to get away from. So it's nice to have degrees of danger when it comes to elites. And then Zor himself, for example, is like very dangerous. I've actually died to him several times. We killed one of the elites. We're not going to be able to kill the other one. We're not killing fast enough. We need more damage. %. I mean, I have 10 move speed, so I can afford to do that. And then, no, we need more magic power. Melee power is also good. But we need more magic power. Stop getting melee power, goddammit. I mean, these shrooms are just kind of really good for us right now. We're killing our vitality, but like, it'll be fine. I'm not really seeing anything I'm super interested in. How's our recovery and lifesteal? Not great. We could use a little bit more of either one. We don't really attack that fast, so recovery is probably better for us. I'm seeing some 75s and 99s out there. We're doing okay on damage, but we obviously could use some more damage. We are not clearing the screen super well. I wasn't worried about my HP. Were you worried? I wasn't worried. That guy just kind of walked up and whacked me. Like, come on. There seems to be a little bit of AoE on the lightning bolt. I just noticed that we took a bunch of damage there. Come on, 1 second. Okay. Okay. Maybe a little bit of focus on some. Okay, I'm gonna save it for the future. The only reason I'm not taking it right now is not because of the elites. I'm not scared of elites. The reason I'm not taking it is because it would take all my money, and I want some survivability. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Oh, here we go. That's 5 recovery. That's 4 more recovery. We have kind of murdered our luck But with those two, ooh, here we go. So we can replace a scroll with this. The mystical scrolls give us experience gain, melee power, projectile power, magic power, and only a tiny bit of reduced movement speed. But they're way better than the scrolls of mastery. So we can just, that's basically like an upgrade to a scroll of mastery. And we might grab even another recovery thing, because 18 recovery is only like just under a point per second. Yeah, I think I'm not going to do it. I think I'm just going to give myself a moment to... Armor wouldn't be bad either, because armor gives us... Armor wouldn't be bad. Armor gives us melee power. I'm not going to grab armor right now. I just realized that I could technically reorganize my stuff here so that this tattered banner hits one more of my weapons. But I only have one slot open, and it would require some absolutely crazy finagling to get that to work. Yeah, because we'd want to do like that. Okay, that actually wasn't that bad. My brain kind of like entered a zone, and I was just like, I think I can just do this, and then I did it, and it worked. That's rare for me. But yeah, this run is going a lot better. We're 45 minutes into the freaking recording. I will consider editing this one, but I need to not edit every video. I'm going to burn myself out on it. It's cool that I have these cool editing tools now and that it's really easy to do, but like I'm spending a half an hour recording videos, and then I'm spending, like, no joke, like an hour editing every half an hour that I record, and it's been fun, don't get me wrong, but it also might be too much and I'm going to end up hating it. So I need to have some videos that I just don't edit. The alternative is that I just get so good at the game that I go through the backpack stage so fast that I don't need to edit it anyways, and I don't even feel guilty for it. Okay, so we're at 23 magic power. We really need some more magic power, and my ADHD really wanted me to finish this, so I did. We still don't have a lot of money, so I still don't want to take the super expensive potion yet. Come on, we're looking for magic power. It keeps giving me melee power. Oof. No, that would be more melee power. No, stop. I almost took the armor because I'm just like, but I could get blah, blah, blah out of that. No. Stop it. I just realized if I put that there, that technically gives me more melee power. And then I could put that there. I could get range. It's not super useful, though. There we go. Sword and sorcery. 25 magic power, 25 melee power. Okay. Now we just grab things that are good. Like this. This is a good item. That just makes us better at everything. What's this? This is new. I just recently unlocked this. Attack speed, melee power, projectile power, and resource gain down. We'll go ahead and save that for next area. So we're at 58 melee, 28 magic. We actually don't have that many weapons either. We could probably do with getting a couple more weapons. Oh, we're starting to see some fast enemies. It's not the ghosts this time, and there's that succubus I was talking about with the really hard to deal with range attack. So I think right now what I'm seeing is the two things we need is... We need some more healing, probably. Trying to bait them all into the corner there. We need to not die. We definitely need more healing. Oh, jeez. Cheese and crackers. Give me a second to just freaking focus the hell up. Oh, okay, that was way too close. We really need survival. That can come in 2 forms. I think this is helpful. We're going to take it. We're not going to take the Dust of Enlarging right now, because we just need like a minute to like deal with our shit. Damage is a form of survival. Don't question it. So that added 5 melee power and 8 damage. We just game. Just give me freaking survival. Okay, that's something, I guess. Take some more armor. It also gives us some damage. I think we need more recovery. Some more shields would be pretty good too. Kind of just buys us time. Because what the shield does is, you can probably see it rotating around me, is that while it's rotating around me, it'll block a hit for a certain amount of damage. Okay. The extra damage is actually helping. We're clearing faster, which means we have less things to worry about. It also helps that this is a little bit of an easier wave. They're all just shooting stuff at me instead of, you know, being really fast-paced enemies that charge at me. So it's less problematic in general of a wave. So it's a good wave to kind of just breathe and recover a little bit. And we're full HP again. Very nice. Yeah, the enemies don't really lead their shots at all, so just kind of walking in a circle around like this means that everyone just misses for the most part. Well, I mean, the normal enemies don't. The elites definitely lead their shots. Ooh. Damage, attack speed, and move speed are all good for me. That's a red rapier. We are buying that. If ands or buts are not even happening there. So what we want to do is we need it over here by you. Yeah. Look at that. It does 115 damage. Okay. I'm insane. I get it. But extra damage is, like I said, it's extra damage is survivability. Technically. We don't need that there. We'll grab that for more armor. I don't really want to lose any more movement speed at this point. And we'll grab this as well, because that, again, so 79 goes up to 83. Because my class added melee power, and then this banner added melee power. And that's actually just a really cool, really strong combo there. I just realized that I can also do this. Nope. There we go. To add even more. Because those all, quote-unquote, count as weapons. I did just notice that I could rearrange it so that even more things were touching my tattered banner. No, actually, every side of the tattered banner is, in fact, used up by something right now. Nothing else can touch it. So we're not going to worry about it. So we're at 18 recovery and 15 armor. So that's 15%. It's 1-to-1 on armor up until a certain point, and then it starts getting diminishing results. I noticed it around 65, but it might have been happening earlier. Because at like 65, I was getting like 65 armor. But at 80-something armor with one of my other characters, I was still only getting like 67 armor. Yeah, look at that. I actually froze her. That's the Nets build. Oh, I don't want to give you spoilers, but we're going to be doing some fancy I killed her? Okay. Well, Build is obviously doing better. I killed the elite off screen without even noticing. Yeah, some of my weapons are hitting for like 123. And I am critting every once in a while, but my crit chance is like, yeah, 1%. It's not something to look at. So the white numbers are really what you want to look at. I'm not sure which weapon is hitting for 123. It's probably one of my rapiers. And then my rapiers put off those little lightning orbs as well. Okay. An electric wand would actually not go amiss. Technically adds melee power and adds some more damage. And I would like to get just a tiny bit of recovery if the game is willing to give it to me. We're definitely going to be buying the Elixir Last Breath next match, and failing recovery, I will take the movement speed. I feel like I'm doing okay on damage for once, so I just want some abilities to survive the match. Okay, the Lightning Wand was a pretty good choice. I wonder if it would be possible to beat this game with one weapon. It would probably require a character that gets some sort of benefit from having only one weapon. And you need a lot of attack speed. Because there's just too many enemies, right? But I feel like there's a build somewhere there. Because you could just end up having that one weapon do one-shot damage to every single enemy. And at that point, you would just need the weapon to be something that was strong enough that one-shotting every enemy was good enough, right? And then maybe have like a crazy amount of barrels so that you are invulnerable a significant portion of each match. And yeah, you could really get something going there. If they offer it to us, I will be taking another weapon. But in the meantime, let's serve Last Breath. Use. So now we have a revive. And oh man, the red gem is so good, but it's just not really what we need. I think I might just take like some really obvious stuff, like the whetstones is melee power and attack speed, and I mean obviously we take this. I kind of am. How much does the red one here do? 141. I just want to see what these do at higher levels. 138. I wish it told me what the shock and lightning strike did. Like, how does it scale? What kind of damage does it do? I did notice that technically my base crit chance for all of my weapons is like 10%, so I probably should have been running crit this entire time. Yeah, I just unfavorited it because we're not actually going to ever get it off. Hey, that's the first time I've seen the Masterwork Arrow. I just recently unlocked that. So it's projectile power, damage, and range. I mean, that's actually pretty good for anyone. I like that it's pretty good for anyone. I guess we're not buying anything. I was kind of holding out for something good because it's floor 19, and I held out too long, and then I ran out of resources. And it's not because I didn't have enough resources from all the negatives. It really isn't. It's just that I was re-rolling whenever the re-roll cost like hundreds and hundreds. So... And we did buy the revive, which was like 400 or 500. The cool thing is that, and this was a very smart move on their part, the revives and the enlarging potion seem to get more expensive the more of them you buy, and the revive especially doubles in cost each time you buy it. At least I think it was double. Don't quote me on that. Like I played the priestess once. And the priestess, I had 7 revives by the end, and it was just kind of like this thing of like, at some point I was just buying them to see how far the game would let me take it, and one of the revives ended up costing me like 3k. I had to save up two matches for it. So again, our goal isn't to win here. It isn't, despite what you might think. No, our goal is to kill Zor. The man must die. So because that's our goal, I think we need more damage. What is this? What? An additional elite spawns every level. Killing an elite gives plus 5% damage and plus 2 armor. Stacking. Okay, so this right here is officially a reason why you grabbed luck earlier, because that is just a straight up tier 4 item that is fantastic. I want to make a run off of this. Can a character start with this? Because if a character can start with this, that is really cool. I might take the lance just because it's a tier 3. So I'll save 140 gold if we don't find anything else. What's the feather do again? Oh yeah, that's the dodge thing. I can afford to buy that because it's really good. Okay, so this is our last reroll. Can I afford to buy this? So 140 plus 80 is 220. I can. I'll buy the lance first because I don't know. Oh, look at that. And then I have exactly enough space for that. Yeah, the lance does 152 damage. So, like, it was kind of a no-brainer. And it's a melee weapon, so it gets the plus % damage for the magic power. So it's getting about right under 10% extra damage. And here is our final floor. It's a lot of weapons. I mean, it's not really a lot of weapons. I've definitely had more. I almost instantly died because of the same thing that happened last time, where he kind of spawned so close to me that whenever he did his first move, he just hit me with his move. Okay, now we got our HP back. And try and focus on killing him now. Just throwing swords. Doing the spinnies. I don't know if I'm killing him fast enough. Kind of stand on top of him for a second because we got invulnerability. We are hitting him. We're just not doing a ton of damage. Where'd he go? He backed off. Don't die. Oh yeah, I have a revive. Okay, thank goodness. I dodged way too soon and he charged right into me. Okay. This is becoming a matter of survival at this point. We are not going to be able to kill him. Even if we face tanked him right now, we could not kill him. Well, that means that our next run is also going to be in difficulty 3 here, because we gotta kill Zor. There's no other option. But this has been God of Weapons. I've been Areima. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that various stuff. It just makes me feel good in the morning whenever I wake up and see another subscribe. So I appreciate the support so far, and I hope you have a good day. Goodbye.